Ladies and gentlemen,
The shattered isles,
I'll tell you the
world
intro
on the edge
after
of the
this.
maelstrom. Etheric storms reveal new islands, and with them, new dangers. Even a broken world can provide shelter from the storm. We set sail to find a new home. But the behemoths beat us to it. Yet we were not going down without a fight.
So that was an intro for a game made by Epic Games. You might know them. They made a kind of big game. It's called Fortnite. Don't know if you've heard of it, but they're the makers of that. And it's a new game called Dauntless. Well, okay, it's not really, but yeah, it has many things in it. So you have weapon. At the bottom it can show you, because this is a tutorial. Since I've played this game before, but I made a new account so that I can, like, do it. So, yeah, you can see, like, the things at the bottom for control. I just fell off. Also, this is a voiceover, so I already, like, did the gameplay. I'm just speaking over said gameplay. Yeah. You fight these things called behemoths. You can break, like, their tails or legs or head for special, like, parts that you could then use to craft armor and weapons. And then you can use that against them. There's, like, element things in this game. It is free. It is on, that I know of, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Playing on an Xbox right now, because actually I'm not gonna have that. So in the top right you can see its health, and these monsters are called behemoths, and they have different names. Like the one that I'm fighting right now is called a Nasher. This is like the intro boss to fight. And they're kind of hard. I mean, it depends. And if you can see, like, I have armor on right now. I haven't even created my character yet, but I have something that you unlock a little later in the game called Embermane armor, which is, like, good against Fire Beast. And this guy right here is neutral. He's not a Fire Beast. So, see, I just took off the helmet. I'm a female for some reason.
Ramsgate arose
Didn't
from
get to
the
choose
chaos,
that.
a new refuge. And so we explore and reclaim the rest of the Shattered Isles. But we can't do it without friends. It's a time for heroes. It's a time to fight. It's a time for slayers. Are you ready to live for the hunt?
Who needs friends, am I right? No, but here's where I, like, choose what my character looks like. In real life, I am a male, so male. Yeah. And if I couldn't tell you, if I haven't, wait, no, I haven't. But I'm going to be muting my mic every time a cutscene happens, so that you can see it. So, yes. If you hear things in the background, those are my brothers. Okay.
Maximus, we love you.
Love you too. So later on, I'm gonna be playing with one of my friends. His name, well, he has a YouTube channel. It's D-Doge. If you look up DWO2 Gaming, then that will, it will show it, because if you type D-Doge, it shows the Dodge YouTube channel, car company. This game is very cool. I found it, well, actually, I didn't find it. D-Doge found it on the store. We didn't even see that it was
Should be
made by
seeing this city any minute now. On an approach course to Ramsgate. Cat needs every Slayer to get back in the fight as soon as they're able. Everyone in Ramsgate is looking for her to coordinate the response to this behemoth surge.
Hit your buttons.
She's already gone
buttons
ahead to the
specifically. You know what I mean?
Meet her there as soon as you can.
Don't do that. Hit your buttons
Off you
specifically.
go then. And keep that chin up.
Just hit like X and Y. And like
So this is Ramsgate. This is one of those games where there's like main quest and side quest. This girl right here, Katerin. Oh, by the way, I'm checking because there's things guilds and I'm in it. So this is Katerin or Katerin. I don't really know what her name is, but she's usually the one who provides main quest, and there's people around Ramsgate who provide side quest.
Perfect for this job.
There's a guy who gives you lanterns, which, while I was fighting, you might have seen at the top left corner that I could press buttons to do things. That was because of something called a lantern, which, if you tap a button, then it will give you, like, a very temporary boost, like, it's very small. But you can also hold it or something. You can get different lanterns with different tap and hold abilities. There's a sword on my back, but there's also, like, things in this game which are, like, well, there's these fist things. Don't really remember what they're called. There's also something called a hunt pass, which if you play Fortnite, it's like the battle pass. There's free things, and then there's also things that cost money.
There you go.
So there is like, oh, by the way, if you saw that little transition, well, okay, I don't really know if I call it a transition, but that, like, teleportation thing, no, I'm not hacking, but I'm now in something called a hunting party, which is basically, like, the party that you're in with your friends or whatever. I'm also in a guild now with my friend and my brother. Like, in the top left under my level and my name and my hog off is my guild, because PGB stands for Pro Gaming Boys, which is my, like, group, like, phase. I don't remember what the specific name is called, but it's PGB, Pro Gaming Boys, and it wouldn't let you use periods or something, so we used O's instead as, like, the period fill-ins. I'm now in a lobby. That is D-Doge, but this is his second account, and I'm on a second account right now because I've already, like, played this game.
Why did you easy mode? You know,
Don't spam the buttons.
So
You
that
gotta, like, press them
is
intentionally,
I suck
why we're
you just gotta
doing
focus,
these
that's all.
things. We're about to fight a behemoth who is fire, and he's called an Embermane,
Come watch me.
and he, like, has this things. Top left, you can see that D-Doge, he's using those things called war pikes, which are on his back. I'm still using the sword because I am.
This next hunt is nothing
You
to
can
take
also
lightly.
change like a bunch of things, like your title or whatever.
Have the training. Don't forget to use it.
Bounties. This game is fun, but unless you play it yourself, it's kind of hard to understand. Like, if I explain it to you, it might be, like, too much to take in at once, which is why you'd, like, have to play the game. It is free to play, like I said, and it's made by Epic Games Incorporated.
If you
So,
lose track of your party or want to call them to your location, set up a flare so they can find you.
there's also, like, emotes you can do, but there's also flares. You can, like, put down your banner. Anyways, this is the Behemoth Emberbane. He is a fire boy, but right now I don't think that he is using his fire abilities since we don't have armor against it. And there's 8, like, whatever it's elements, that's what it's called. There's 8 elements in this game so far that I found. 2 of them I don't remember the name of. I think it's like Radiant and something else. But I know for a fact that there is like Shaw, and there's Terra, which is like ground or like rocks. There is Fire, Ice. There in or no, not 8, there's 6 that I don't know how to count past like 2. There's Terra, there's Shaw, there's Fire. Okay, so there's 6, not 8. I really don't know how to count past 2. And I still have yet to beat, like, Radiant is one of the elements, and I still have yet to unlock that on my main account. Because I've got decently far in this game. I mean, not really, but kind of really. On like Helion, Pangon, like I just beat those 2 if you have played the game before. But the armor of an element that's a behemoth is good against itself. The opposite weapon is good against it. So like this Embermane is fire. So fire armor would be good, and frost weapons would also be good. But if you use frost armor and fire weapons, then your weapons would do lower amounts of damage, and your armor would be weaker, so you would take more damage. And if you can see, like, on my waist right there, that's a lantern. You don't really, like, use it out. And at the top left, you can see my tap LB and hold LB, which is my lantern abilities. For this one, which is Recruit's Lantern, the tap gives you a little extra shield, which is like basically extra health. The hold LB, I don't really know what it does on the Recruit's Lantern, but I can check that out. This is a new game that I found about a week ago as of recording this video. So it's still decently new to me. I mean, I know how this works, and we just killed Embermane. But anyways, like, we could break his tail, his legs, and his horn on his head for Embermane parts, which would then be used to craft Embermane armor and weapons. And the weapons that are in this, there's, let's see if I can remember them. There's a sword, a war pike, which is basically a spear, a hammer, an axe. Those are pretty self-explanatory on the sword. And then there's, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the thing that D-Doge was holding, like the dual-wield pickaxes, basically. And there's also gauntlets, which are like things that you can put on your fist, and then you punch the behemoth. There's also neutral behemoths, which basically your strongest weapons and strongest armor is good against them. They don't have an element. They're neutral, obviously. There's also cores you can earn. There's a bunch of things. And the top left, you can see that I'm level 3 on my main account. I'm around 26, I believe.
Oh my god.
Something around that. It might be 28 or 30, but I'm around there.
Back from
This is
slaying, are
Will's.
you?
He crafts weapons.
God.
These are like, this is the sword that I was saying. Ember Cutlass, which is Ember Sword, like the main sword. Which, as I said, you like kill his tail, kill his legs, kill his horn, and you get parts which you can craft. This girl makes armor, and Will's, the guy I just talked to, makes weapons. There's also someone named the Scarred Master who makes the gauntlets. I haven't unlocked her yet because she's a little later. Well, I have, but not on my alt account, which is the account that I'm on right now. I have unlocked her on my main account, and she gives you gauntlets, and the gauntlets are strong. There's also repeaters, which are guns. Like right there, you can see the skin for the repeaters under the daily login. Because every day at a certain time, I don't remember what time it is, like for anywhere other than where I am right now. But it's like the exact same time that the Fortnite item shop changes and stuff. Thank you. Love you. And right now, I'm dyeing my armor because you can do that. I forgot to apply it. But there's this golden one, which you get for free. There's also this lagoon one, which is like a blue, which you get for free. And I use the Nasher armor. The man that I killed before the Ember main was a Nasher. Like I said, he was a neutral boy. And I crafted his armor. There's also this man, I don't remember what his name is, but his last name is Marcus. The reason I know that is because a new season started like a few days ago, and his name used to be Marcus, whatever his last name was, but now his first name and last name are switched for some reason. I don't really know why.
You see that, Max? He's got
Epic Games decided to switch their names because science and a half. And the theme of this season seems to be like bowls and that stuff, whatever it is. There's these things called cores, which are basically like loot boxes, and you can unlock them from different means of unlocking them. There's rare ones, I believe there's epic ones and uncommon ones, at least that I've seen so far. The one I just unlocked was a daily one. And this is the end of the video. So goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. This is a new free game called Dauntless, made by Epic Games. I hope you have a wonderful day. I think so. So goodbye.